Alright guys, and welcome to another episode of Rotten Cassava, and today we'll be reviewing the movie Palava. The movie was released on 9th of December 2022 through Inkbolt Production, and it was directed by Niyi Akimolaya. The star-studded cast features RMD, Chinedu Ikedeze, Omawumi, Neo from Big Brother Nigeria, Eniola Badmus, and many more stars. So today, Rotten Cassava will be rating these movies based on our usual criteria. So just sit back, relax, and make sure you enjoy our rating. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to promote our good work. Don't also forget to check out our previous movie reviews and drop your comment on whatever movie you want us to review. The story started off with a very good concept. I mean, everything was perfect. They had the foundation to build a masterpiece. But at the end of the movie, I guess the writers couldn't utilize that early head start. The first 30 minutes of the movie will actually have you indulge. You want to know what will happen at the end of the movie. What I liked about the movie is that although it focused on one single character, but there were multi-dimensions to the story. But just when the audience started diving deep into the story, the writers failed to meet up with the expectations from the beginning of the story. At the end, I think there was so much pressure placed on the writer to give a befitting and a moralful ending to the story, which made the writer not to be able to put the story together and give us something worth the while. So based on this, Rotten Cassava will be rating the storyline with a whopping 2.5 cassavas out of 5. As for the acting performance, I think the actors would have done way better. They would have done way better than they actually did in this movie. The storyline was not so bad, and they would have been able to make it more believable for us. I think one of the major problems with mainstream Hollywood is the lack of auditioning of our top stars. I mean, some people did their jobs well, but some actors just made this movie a joke, and I'm going to list them out. The role played by Chinedu Ikedeze, Big T, a mobster and all that, it was meant to be hilarious. It was meant to make the role more fitting. I mean, he had the body that they needed for that role. The irony of a little man playing the character Big T. But Chinedu Ikedeze was so horrible in that particular role. And if you ask me if I was in charge of the casting of that movie, I would actually take him off that role. I mean, we all love Omawumi, right? She looks like our favorite auntie, but not in this movie. She failed to deliver the humor, and she failed to make her role believable. That part of the cast was actually meant to be substituted. And again, just like I said, the lack of auditioning in Nollywood movies showed its weaknesses, yeah. So in terms of the acting performances of this movie, Rotten Cassava will be rating Palava with 2 cassavas over 5. I love the fact that all the movies rated on this channel of recent have really done very well in terms of their costume, and Palava is no exception. So Rotten Cassava will be rating the costume design and costume selection of this movie with a whopping 4 cassavas out of 5. The set of this movie was amazing. I mean, I always say this in all my videos, that the set of the movie is also meant to tell the story, and that's what this set just did. I think the directors and whoever was in charge of the set and lighting of this movie made a very, very good improvement, and we have to give them kudos for that. So Rotten Cassava will be giving the set of this movie, for a Nollywood level, we are going to be giving the set of this movie 4 cassavas out of 5. The visuals and sound of this movie were okay. I mean, the music selection, everything was okay. But there was just one glitch. Since the movie was about a superstar, there were lots of singing involved. I mean, live performances were done in this movie, and the live performances were not made believable enough for us to think that it was actually RMD singing this. So this will be, should I say, a negative mark in terms of the visual and sound quality. So based on the visuals and sound of this movie, Rotten Cassava will be giving it a rating of 3 cassavas out of 5. After all said and done, we are now here to discuss the final average rating review of this movie. So after all parameters have been checked and rated, Palava will get an average of 3.1 cassavas out of 5. So guys, this concludes our movie review for today. Remember to like, share, subscribe and comment on our video. We also want to hear from you if there's any Nollywood movie that you would want us to review. And also for our next episode of Rotten Cassava, we are going to be reviewing the movie Grind.